Welcome back, everyone. This is Majik Ministries, and I am Nina Diedrich, the Magic Mom. Today, we're going to be discussing, well, the madness of Monday. Today, astrologically speaking, it's not too bad. We do around 10:49 a.m. have a Aries moon, or our Aries moon squares Saturn and Capricorn, and this placement can create restrictions and dissatisfaction with the status quo. I'm sure a lot of us are feeling that right now. Also, relationship issues could kind of crop up this morning, so watch out for that. They are more than likely going to have to deal with some issues of stubbornness and probably a little bit of insincerity. So make sure that that's not coming from you in your interactions. Also, if you're new, thank you for stopping in, and make sure you hit that little bell button and subscribe. I am here every day. For those of you returning, thank you as always for showing up. I love you beyond measure. Our second aspect, getting back to the astrology, I wanted to make sure I said that first though before I moved on. Around 12:32 p.m. And this is Central Daylight Time. I am in Louisiana, so adjust the times accordingly. The moon is going to be moving into Taurus out of Aries, which is definitely going to help us to increase our money and our material possessions today. And it's also going to help us to preserve what we already have too. So our focus, boy, I can't talk today either. Our focus is going to turn towards our families and the security that we get from that and that we give, and our compatibility with those relationships as well. So I'm going to be pulling from all three of the Affirmations decks today, and we're going to get some basics on that. Also, with this moon moving into Taurus, make sure to stay focused on your enjoyment of your family and all those areas to bring more of it to you as well. The last aspect for today, which is July 13th, in case you're tuning in for a different day, about 11:55 p.m. tonight, the moon is going to, the moon in Taurus is going to sextile Mercury and Cancer. So we're definitely going to be switching our focus later in the day to our learning and communication skills, and hopefully a little bit of sound judgment is going to return after this morning's episodes of stubbornness. So enjoy that return to open-mindedness after any struggles that you have this morning. Above all, wow, I really can't talk today. I apparently have not had enough coffee. Above all, this is going to help cement our independence and our focus on our own growth. So all in all, astrologically, today is looking like a pretty good day. But we're going to get a couple of cards from Brianna Hovey's Soul Truth deck, and we're going to see what questions our soul has for us today. And then we will get some cards out of the Affirmations decks as well to help clarify that and give us a little bit of a basis on our general well-being today and what we need to focus on, and then also in our love and relationships and our family too. So let me get a drink really fast. And if you hear snoring in the background, it's these two little troublemakers over here. I had to move them into this room so that they stop whining through the videos. Oh, pups. All right, so how about we get our soul truth questions started? First, let me fix this camera really quick. There we go. And we'll get started with our questions from our soul. I hope all of you had an amazing weekend and have been getting caught up on the videos. Thank you for bearing with my absence last week. Finances. Okay. Oh my goodness, we got 3 today. Okay, so our first question is, am I communicating my needs? And this is a really good question. Because, well, our needs matter, right? And if you're not focusing on your needs, then nobody else is going to either. And we kind of touched on this a little bit in yesterday's video too. Let's read what the back of the card says. It says, your needs matter. So what are you needing right now that you haven't communicated? And what are you afraid of? Is it possible that what you're fearing is not even true? Your first soul action for today says, journal these answers. What are my needs? Am I saying no and yes enough based on my desires? Am I telling my full truth? Do I believe that my needs matter, and do I share them with others? Do I ask for what I need and want? And when communicating my needs, what am I resisting and with whom? And what do I need in order to feel safe enough to express my needs? Those are some really good journaling questions, so make sure that you go back and, rewind to get all those down, and make sure you journal those answers today as you're communicating with your soul. Our next soul question says, does my life have room for more pleasure and play? Well, yeah, always, right? That's what we're here for, isn't it? But let's read the back of the card. In what area are you lacking pleasure right now, Magic Tribe? Maybe in certain relationships or with work? Is it possible to shift the seriousness of life to experiencing a more creative, wild, and playful side of you? Your second soul action says, what would happen if you added more play and laughter into your life? What area is lacking this right now? And take time to play. Let go of any need to produce anything. Nice. These are all really great questions. Okay, and our last question says, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? And honestly, I think this one came up a few days ago when we pulled these cards. So this seems to be a recurring issue right now, and maybe something you need to focus extra hard on today. So the back of the card says, the expectations we have are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Your last soul action for today says, be grateful. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul, and it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. So make sure that your expectations are not sabotaging your relationships, especially today. Make sure you don't go into that stubbornness that this Aries moon squaring Saturn is going to want to bring out in you this morning. And hopefully you see this before that happens. All right, let's move on to the Affirmations decks, and we're going to start with the black general deck. Oh my goodness, I have seriously rented lips today. I'm not sure what's going on with that. It'll pass, right? All right. This one right here. Okay, so our general card for today is Clarity. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. So the Clarity card says, stopping to listen to our inner self, we can easily separate our intuition from our mental chatter. And the clarity of our intuition is a sweet, simple fruit that tastes familiar. And the mental chatter is a confusing, bitter rind that we're going to peel off and chuck into the garbage. Or the compost heap if your mental chatter happens to be organic. So that is definitely something we're going to be striving for today, is clarity. And sometimes clarity is really hard, especially when, we have planets in opposition to that clarity. But if we focus really hard and ask our souls the questions that we need to ask today and stay open with a grateful heart, that clarity will come. So let's see what our family deck and its advice has to say today. Oh my goodness. There it is. Honesty. Ooh, I don't know if we've gotten this card out of this deck yet. So the honesty card in our family relationships, and honestly, honesty is the most important thing in any relationship, right? So we're going to communicate honestly with the people in our life today, even when that means initiating hard conversations. It's not super comfortable to dredge up old resentments, but better to clear the air now than to let them fester into even older ones. Besides, they really do need to learn that's not the way the toilet paper roll should face, right? How many of you have that battle, right? Everybody putting the toilet paper on the wrong way. So, honesty, clarity, those are great keys to getting through this day and not having to face the bullheadedness that is sometimes brought about by the moon is in Aries, right? Now, let's see how our love relationships fare and what advice the Affirmations deck has for us today. Oh my goodness, I'm going to get the hiccups again. No, that's too many words. Just one, please. There we go. That's it right here. And for the love and relationship deck, we get wants and needs. Ooh. Okay, so in our love relationships today, we are going to take stock of our relationships. And we're going to be honest about what we want and need from the people in our life. We're going to note the difference between the two. Wants are negotiable, needs are not. Both may be desired, and either may be acquired. But that's getting into Venn diagram territory, and nobody wants to draw one of those. So, some of us may need to. Says it on the card, right? So definitely focus on your clarity today and your honesty in your relationships about your wants and needs. The cards said it all right here, right? They're very clear. There's partly your clarity. And, well, I'm being honest about the fact that you need to communicate your wants and needs properly in an adult manner. And, make sure you're not getting the two mixed up, because definitely our wants are negotiable. That's where we have room for compromise, but your needs are not. So make sure you're getting your needs met. And that doesn't mean necessarily by getting them met from someone else, but making sure you have the opportunity to meet your needs on your own. Because ultimately, you're the only one responsible for your own happiness, right? Okay, let's get some cards from the Universe Has Your Back deck. See what Gabrielle Bernstein's deck has to say to us today. Or Bernstein. I should really look that up. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce her last name. Oh, and our first one is... Oh, we recognize that we have chosen fear and we choose love. Nice. So, recognize when you have chosen fear by being stuck in the stubbornness, and choose again and choose love by communicating your wants and needs. Very, very important. Here's another one. When we focus on our inner light, we see the world through the lens of love. And that lens of love is the eyes of Source. So make sure that you're looking at everything through your highest aspect and not your lower ego. All right? That's a good card. And nice. When we accept the love of the universe as our primary teacher, we will always be guided back to the light. And that is always the case. So even on your darkest day, remember, if you can't see the light, chances are you probably are it. So find a mirror and look at yourself for a little bit. Figure out what it is you need to be more honest with yourself about and where you need clarity. And then how you can communicate that to other people to help you get your needs met. All right, let's get a Sacred Traveler card, and we'll read this one out of the book. All right, there's one. Nice. Discovering truth. Nice. You stand in the light of truth. All right. And then I turn right to it. Should you not. Cards are on point today. All right. So, you stand in the light of truth, Magic family. So listen to the wisdom that rises from your soul. Even if those around you don't agree, trust your instincts. Be yourself, whatever the situation, and respond from that authentic place inside. Be starkly honest with yourself. Speak your truth. Live your truth. Walk your talk. Listen to your inner guidance and follow it. You radiate the energy of truth to others so that they can find their truth. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, if you are facing a decision and your mind says one thing and your heart says another, follow the dictates of the heart and you'll be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why. You can listen to their advice. However, if your heart indicates another way, follow that. There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. So take time to be still, to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Because often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is. So it's important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your soul. If there's an area of your life in which you're not being authentic, or where you're not in integrity with your values, this is the time to make some changes. So we are definitely discovering our truth today. The stars have said it, the cards have said it, and well, you've seen it all play out right here with me, haven't you? Let's close this out with some affirmations out of the Soul Coaching deck by Denise Lynn, and I'm going to let you all go about your day. Okay, we're going to try and get 3, but, we'll just take whatever they give us, just like always. Oh, look at that. 3. Sanctuary. Inspiration. And delight. I love it. Okay, so our affirmation for today says, I am receiving divine inspiration right now. I am divinely guided, gently and lovingly, and I delight in everything in my world, and divine joy fills me. That is a great ending for a great reading today. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you find that clarity and are able to communicate your needs properly. Hit me up in the comment box below and let me know how this resonated with you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you have not already, and make sure you tick that little bell so you get the notifications when my videos go live. I have a tendency to post most every day. So there's always some new content for you to look at or a new message from your soul. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I can't wait to see all of you tomorrow. So until next time, make sure that you remember everything is always working out for you. All your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectation. You are safe, loved, and protected. Always. In all ways. So go out. Be good. Be good to yourself. But most of all, keep being good to each other. We're changing the world every day. One soul at a time. Thank you for joining me and helping in the progress of your own. So, be well, my friends, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning.